There are 400,000 unsold new cars from last year that aren't selling, and dealers are getting desperate. Here's the information dealers don't want you to know that you can use to negotiate the best deal possible on these unsold new cars. Okay, first things first, use a car search that tells you how long a vehicle has been sitting on a dealer's lot. I've got a link here, caredge.com/unsold. It's free to use and it'll show you how long any vehicle has been sitting there on a dealership's lot. You're going to want to look for the vehicles that have been on the dealer's lot for over a year. It costs car dealers money to carry their inventory. The longer it sits, the more likely they are to negotiate and the more desperate they are to get rid of it. Okay, and to find the vehicles that are unsold from last year, any car search will let you search for new vehicles from 2025 or earlier. That's what you need to do. So look for earlier than 2025, and days on market over 365 days. Now, a couple things to be careful about here. A lot of these new cars have a lot of miles on them. They're demo vehicles or service loaners for the dealership, so you have to do a really thorough inspection and test drive when you're buying an older new car. But you can see here, these dealers are offering big discounts off of MSRP, and it's because they have to. They really don't have a choice. These are used vehicles, essentially. They just haven't been titled yet. And so you see the online advertised price, you ask for the out-the-door price, and you're obviously going to ask for even more off. And in the case of the F-150, like this one here, Ford's offering 0% financing for 60 months, 3 months of payment deferrals, so 90 days no payment, and $1,000 in a cash incentive on top of whatever dealer discount you get. So do your research. There are big incentives on 2025 model year vehicles. Find the ones that have been sitting on dealer lots for over a year. Again, caredge.com/unsold will take you to exactly that in your area. And ask for the out-the-door price and negotiate to your heart's content. These are the vehicles that dealers are desperate to get rid of.
I bet they are desperate to get rid of them. This video isn't to tell you to go out and buy a new car. If y'all saw the last video about new cars falling apart, as soon as people get them, this is why. They're sitting, they're loaner vehicles. The workers that work at the dealership are driving them around a little bit here and there. Other than that, they're sitting there. Some of these cars might even be water damaged vehicles. I wouldn't be surprised. At some of these lots. Now at the dealerships, he just told you they're desperate to sell them because nobody's buying new vehicles right now. They have inventory with no buyers. Go to a dealership, you won't see no competitors. It's going to be you, and they even going to wait to come out. They're going to wait. See if you stay 15, 20 minutes looking around before they send somebody out there. Okay, this might be a serious buyer. Go ahead and go out there and talk to them. Why would you want a car nobody else wants? They're sitting there for a reason.
It's absolutely wild to me. Nissan cannot sell cars to save their life. This dealership that I'm at, all these cars right here in this row, they have 10 cars in this row. These are all 2025 models. We're almost at the midway mark of 2026, and they still have over 10 2025 models sitting on the lot. And I talked about this before. Nissans actually have a great value for the money. This is a fully loaded Nissan Sentra, and the MSRP is $27,000. And again, there's huge discounts on this. I bet you can get this thing out the door at like $22,000. But I think it's just because Nissan's reputation with that CVT is what kills this brand. And then, yeah, maybe some of their new designs, like these Muranos, are just, not the best looking. But if you want bang for your buck, you can't beat some of these Nissan deals that they have. And to get a fully loaded Sentra like this for 22 grand, try giving it a Civic or a Accord for anything where close to that fully loaded. You can't. A fully loaded Civic, you're sitting at $35,000, and that's not even the out the door price. One side note, if you actually take care of the CVT and do the fluids every 30,000 miles, they actually last. And Honda has the same issue with their CVTs too.
Shout out to the people driving a car over 10 years old, and it's still reliable. They're still making it do what they do. Still going where they need to go. Not caring what nobody got to say about the car. Not trying to live to impress others. Shout out to y'all. I'll be seeing y'all in the comment section. And guess what? That car's not breaking down like the new ones. Would you rather have a reliable car or one that looks nice but ride raggedy on the inside? This next clip is from 2024. We know the 2025 is not selling. 2026 models also aren't selling like that. This isn't a new issue that just started in 25, 26. It goes back to 2024. After everybody started buying vehicles, it was one point the dealerships could not keep inventory. They didn't have nothing on the lot. They was going quick. You might see a couple cars. If you don't get it, somebody else gonna get it. Since then, there's cars everywhere, a whole lot full, no buyers.
Did you guys hear what's happening to car dealerships around America? Well, I hope you guys understand that many people bought their vehicles at a time when vehicles were at an all-time high. These same people who can't afford their mortgages, can't afford their rents, have let these vehicles return to the banks, causing a bottleneck at the dealerships. They have vehicles from 2023, brand new vehicles that they cannot sell. They have 2024s that they cannot sell. And then they have 2025s coming in right now that the dealerships cannot sell. And these sticker prices on these vehicles are still $50,000 to $80,000. It's so bad to the point where at the auctions where dealers get their vehicles, no one is buying them. Lots are full and no one is buying new cars in America. What does that mean? Well, you will see layoffs at the factories. You will also see a huge slash in the price of MRSP on these vehicles very, very soon. They have to get these cars off their lot. But the sad thing is, Americans still cannot afford these vehicles. Inflation is ravishing this country. I'm out.
Well, as gas prices continue to skyrocket, the average price for a brand new car is hitting record levels.
And it's really shocking.
Car prices are still way too high. The average new vehicle transaction price is sitting above $50,000, and buyers have had enough. They're not falling for it anymore, and the inventory numbers don't lie. And here's the thing, not every model is feeling this equally. But for a specific group of vehicles, inventory is piling up to levels we haven't seen in years. Dealers are paying interest on every single unit that doesn't move, and they are getting desperate. Today, we're counting down the 15 models with no buyers in America right now using Car Edge market data. Number 15, 2026 Mazda CX-90. This one breaks our heart because Mazda is usually rock solid. A 3-row SUV with Mazda looks, Mazda handling, and that Mazda interior, that's exactly what the world needs. But unfortunately, they got too complex with this one, and it's not just the hybrid drivetrain. Ever since the CX-90 launched for 2024, there's been a cascade of bugs, mainly in the driver assistance system, plus a string of recalls. And it doesn't stop there. Issues have popped up with the steering, the suspension, climate control, the transmission, electrical accessories, and the EV battery.
Why would they release that? In other words, it's junk. It's garbage.
Basically the whole car. Consumer Reports gave the 2026 CX-90 a predicted reliability score of 22 out of 100. The Toyota Grand Highlander, 73. That's not a close call. According to Car Edge, it's sitting at 241 days of market day supply with over 18,300 units on dealer lots right now.
Man.
Number 14, 2026 Chrysler Pacifica. Look, the stow-and-go seating is genuinely brilliant. Minivan owners love it, but brilliant features can only carry you so far when Toyota and Honda are eating your lunch on reliability and efficiency. The Sienna is hybrid only now, getting 35 plus miles per gallon. The Odyssey has a reputation for going 200,000 miles without drama. The Pacifica, it's trying to compete on features while Stellantis' reliability ranking sits dead last in the industry. The numbers tell the whole story. 264 days of market day supply and nearly 17,600 units sitting on lots across the country. At an average price just under $47,500, buyers are doing the math and choosing Toyota or Honda every single time. Number 13, 2026 Buick Envision. Here's the problem with the Envision in one sentence. It's not luxurious enough to justify the price and not practical enough to justify the compromise. In 2026, buyers want one of two things, real value or real luxury. The Envision lives in the middle of nowhere. It's a comfortable, quiet ride, sure. But at $42,800 average, you're brushing up against entry-level Lexus territory, and Lexus has a reliability reputation that Buick simply can't match. On the value end, the Mazda CX-5 is offering more for less. Car Edge data puts the Envision at 287 days of supply with over 14,300 units just waiting for buyers. Dealers are slashing prices, but even the discounts aren't generating much urgency.
People don't want them, even with the discounts. It's not the time to be buying. I know people that had to change career paths. because they couldn't get no sales. If you're getting commission and nobody's buying cars, you're not getting paid. Commission on zero is zero. You worked for free. I know a couple people, they changed industries. When everything was all good, they were doing good. They stopped doing good in car sales. Y'all drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom.